Not really shocked to see this title here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. As the news come out, I'll try to do my best to react to it and cover it just because I'm trying to stay up to date with this stuff. Ghislaine Maxwell's arrival at Texas prison sparks tension. I don't know if they're talking about with other inmates or just with everybody on the outside, because they're saying she's in this nice, cozy place now, and for what she's being convicted of, it just doesn't make sense. But we're gonna check this out. Just know that I will have to edit out any words that they use that I cannot have them say. All right, we ain't gonna waste no more time. And the original video I'll put in the description. I'll see. Let's jump right into it.
Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, she was moved to a new prison facility in Texas this month. Now, her arrival is not sitting well with some of her fellow inmates. You see, most of the inmates are there for white-collar, non-violent crimes.
Right.
Some of them are just not okay with sharing a space with someone who conspired with. CNN's Caitlin Polance has more on what's happening inside the prison. Caitlin, good morning.
Good morning, Victor. The atmosphere inside that all-women's prison camp in Bryan, Texas, where Ghislaine Maxwell, the Epstein conspirator, where she now is, it's tense, and things have changed since she arrived about 2 weeks ago. Victor, what has happened is that the inmates, they have been warned by prison officials in recent days that they should use their discretion if they're going to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell outside of the prison.
Like, she is really getting the red carpet treatment in there. Again, when you're around people that they, considered, again, the white collar crimes or whatever, and you bring this woman in here and everybody's, I told you, some people will unite when it comes to dealing with kids. But this right here is just, because at the other prison, you would think like, because I know when the men, like when it's all, the men in prison and they go to jail for what she's been convicted of, they got a big target on their back. And I guess it's maybe the same for women. So I don't know if she wasn't feeling safe where she was. Now they move her here and she's probably not feeling safe, but she probably has, like, again, you got white collar crime people in there. And I don't know if nobody's going to be physical with her. You know what I mean? Sheesh.
There was one inmate, I was told, a woman named Julie Howell, who provided a quote to a newspaper saying she was disgusted with Maxwell being there, while all of these women in this prison essentially are white-collar, non-violent defendants of crimes. This woman, Julie Howell, she provided this quote, and then prison officials pulled her out of a puppy training class at the prison camp and sent her away to a detention center in Houston, moved her out of the Bryan.
Because she said that quote, that she's yeah, it's over. Like, think about that. You can't even say a quote about something that's like a fact. This lady's over here training puppies. Now she's in detention. I don't know what she did to get in there, but all I'm saying is they got her doing a puppy training class. And now that is crazy, man, how they're protecting this woman. Wow.
prison camp, which it is prison, so it is a difficult place to live, but it also is much more comfortable than other types of facilities across the federal prison system for the inmates who live there. The lawyer of this woman, Julie Howell, Patrick McLean, he told me in talking about what happened here, nobody's going to say anything about Ghislaine Maxwell now. Are you kidding me? So that's just a glimpse of what it's like inside that prison. One thing that I have learned as well is that Ghislaine Maxwell may not be eligible for all of the programs that women in that prison camp are able to participate in or at least apply for. One of those programs, puppy training. Just mentioned Julie Howell was in that puppy training class. Puppy training is something that people in that prison can apply to do to train service dogs for people when they're puppies in their early moments of life as dogs. The CEO of the group Canine Companions told me this week that Ghislaine Maxwell, as someone convicted, she would not be eligible to apply for that program and be able to have a puppy inside the Bryan, Texas federal prison camp. There still are a lot of questions, Victor, on exactly why Ghislaine Maxwell was transferred there from a low security prison in Tallahassee, Florida that would house violent offenders, even gang members. But there isn't a lot of answers, none coming at this time from the Justice Department or the Bureau of Prisons. However, Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney this week did post on social media that she is in a safer facility now in Bryan, Texas, and faced serious danger at the correctional institution in Tallahassee, Florida. Previously, she was moved, I should note as well, after she spoke to federal authorities in a limited immunity agreement. So a lot of questions still around this situation and what's happening inside the prison in Bryan, Texas. Victor, back to you.
Look, man, it's playing out probably exactly how we thought it would, as far as low security, just out there. Like, think about that, man. She went to her life being threatened in a dangerous prison to somewhere where they're training puppies. Really think about that. And if you talk about her, like, you get that, for them to put her in detention, the lady who said what she said, it just shows what this is all about. If you can't even talk about this person, like, someone said, good, don't let the Epstein story get forgotten. I feel like it's starting to be honest with y'all. I feel like it was like this, and now we're kind of like right here. It was going like this, and now it done made this turn. We're about right here with it. And I think people are coming to the realization that it's like there's nothing that they can do about it. Like, we can get upset, we can get mad, all these things, but like at the end of the day, they have to make the decision, right? On what's the next step. It's some stuff that's just out of our control. You know, because I found myself I just like so frustrated and disappointed in like the system and what they were. And now you see this, and it's just like, oh man. Like, they don't give a damn. They really don't. They really don't. And it's just, you know, it's the whole, like, they are really laughing in our face right now. This has corruption written all over it. So disgusting. She got a sweetheart deal to keep her mouth shut. Corruption to the core. Nothing about this is okay. The victim deserved more. Yeah. Wow, man. money, power, but they get no respect. This is like, I don't know if she's going to get out of prison, but she got out of the prison that she was in. So, in a sense, you know, obviously she's getting special privileges. So she's like, hell, I can do 20 years of this, or what is it, 15, or how many more years she got? She's probably happy there now. They're probably giving her special meals. You know, she already get the whole work release thing. Like, hey man, appreciate y'all coming over and watching. Peace out.